Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Iron Diaper, your irregular Gundam news show. And you know what that means, there has been some major announcements. So we've only gotten two so far. This is something to do with, I think, the Shizuoka hobby show that is going on right now in Japan. But I saw this on Bandai's own Twitter. They've even got this big old banner up top saying, Hobby Next Phase 2021 Spring. And I think we might be getting some more announcements tomorrow. But as for what we're going to be talking about today, we finally have the full announcements for the Master Grade Gundam Virtue, and lo and behold, I didn't expect this one. Well, I expected it coming out, but I didn't expect it to drop just now. That is the high grade Gundam Gremory from the Iron-Blooded Orphan spin-off. And as usual, if you do want any of these things that you see in this video, this channel is sponsored by Hobby Link Japan, so all of those will be coming up for pre-order probably in the next day, so I'll throw a link down there in the description. Now let's check out what Bandai has to say. Anyway, as always, the news I'm going to be speaking about today comes right from Bandai's own Twitter. If you're not following them, I highly recommend that you do. That is at HobbySite. This is where you'll get all your new information the minute it drops. So here's what we got. Hobby Next Phase 2021 Spring, and we'll get right on to that. So you've got a little bit of a website for this, so I expect this is going to be filling up in the next day with some more announcements. Up top there, we've got the gunpla, which is the Master Grade 1100 Gundam Virtue, which looks awesome. The High Grade 144th Scale Gundam Gremory also looks awesome. And the final thing there is a Sdw Heroes Cleopatra Cubule Dark Mask version. Anyway, we've got an awesome looking 30-minute missions coming up. This one looks so cool. Another 30-minute sisters, which looks kind of like the rest of them. And then we've got some skeletal dinosaurs, which I guess is kind of cool. But if you're like me, you're here for the gunpla, so let's get right to that. So first up is the Master Grade 00 Gundam Virtue, which also has a Nadleeh inside of this. So I'm going to say this right off the box. Slipped that one a bit too quick. I'm going to say this right off the bat. If there's an Exia on the box of this kit when it comes out, Exia 2.0 guaranteed. So moving down a little bit, and we've got some introductory info on the Virtue itself. Down below it says the Gundam Meisters mobile suits. We now have the 4 of them lined up. Honestly though, I do hope we get a 2.0 of the Exia, because that one's aged a little bit now, not quite as cool as the newer ones. Moving down again, and there is the Nadleeh purging out of the Virtue, and the armor looks fantastic. This has been layered, so it has white on the outside, a gray section on the inside, so they put some thought into what it will look like with the armor purging. It's not just to be, well, on or off. They're also pushing a little bit of a in-between phase too. So with this kit, you can build a Nadleeh. Of course, the Virtue is armor that goes on top, so this might mean you might want 2 of these kits, one for Virtue, one for Nadleeh. I know I do. We've got some information on the Virtue to Nadleeh transformation, and they wanted to maintain a real image like I mentioned already. We've got an upper and lower layer to each piece of armor, which means it isn't just one piece. That I really appreciate. There's a bit of a closer look at the rear side of all of the armor, and once again, I am impressed. You can actually see kind of where the Nadleeh's parts recess into this armor. That is incredible. This is going to be one hell of a kit, guaranteed. Moving down then a little bit more, and we've got the GN Bazooka, which looks like it has a lot of nice sliding, moving, and opening gimmicks. Looks like we might have a sticker on the lens there. The GN Field Generators also have a sliding gimmick, so they open out ever so nicely. Once again, a nice detailed kit right here. Look at all that gray coming through onto the surface of the armor. This looks so good. Moving down a little bit further, and we've got some information on the GN cannons. So we've got some moving gimmicks, can flip over the shoulders. In here we also have a GN drive and something else there. I can't actually read the kanji on this. It's like big something or other. I'm not quite sure what this is. If you know, drop it in the comments and I will pin the comment. I don't know what that little thing is, so if you do, let me know, please. Next up there is all the accessories that come in the box. So we've got beam sabers, that big old bazooka, the cannons, the beam rifle with that cool beam bayonet, and the shield looking just like what we would have seen on the high-grade Pluton, because I'm pretty sure it's the same shield. Moving down a little bit more, we get to see some awesome Nadleeh. This is what I'm all about. I love the Virtue, but a Gundam with red dreadlocks just blows my mind. So we've got the GN cannons attached to Nadleeh, the beam rifle and shield, which I'm pretty sure are from Pluton once again. Were these featured in the anime, or are these just for the model kit in question? We've also got the beam sabers stored in the knees, that kind of holographic plastic for the GN wires inside of it. We seem to have layering to these particular, what it says here are cords, which make up its cool badass red dreadlocks. I'm not sure what these are made out of. I assume some kind of rubber, but they may just be plastic. It's kind of hard to tell. So scrolling down this page and we're on to the Gremory. I was hoping we would get this kit, and we have. I don't know if we're going to get any more kits from Gecko, I think this is from, but there is some more badass designs like this one, and this one, and this one, which I really do want to see. If we got the Gremory, there's a possibility. So this will cost about 2,000 yen. Actually, how much was the Virtue? I never called that out. It will cost 8,800. Woo, that's a spicy meatball. As for the info on the Gremory, it doesn't just look awesome, it is awesome. So we have a face cover opening gimmick. So that means the back can slide out and that cool Gremory head can come out from underneath. I wonder what the color separation will be like on those particular red fins pointing out from underneath the armor, but I'm hoping that it will be 100%. Those fingers, not a chance though. This I think is awesome and a little bit shady on Bandai's part. So the anchor that comes in here is broken in the manga, as far as I know, the battle anchor. So in here what they did is you can separate both parts off the end of the anchor, and if you buy 2 of these kits you can build a full anchor or a double broken one if you want. But in the actual kit it looks like you can just build the half anchor that looks like a badass scythe. Moving down a bit more, and we've got some weapons on the back of the arms. In the manga, I think these are some kind of projectile-based weapons, but it seems like we've got a gimmick here where they can swing forward into some nice, smashing shield knuckle dusters. Looking pretty cool. And that is it for the Gremory. Once again, I am totally psyched for it. Now this kit I know absolutely nothing about because I do not collect SD kits, but it's, well, the one thing that runs through my mind when I look at it is the same thing that goes through my mind every time I see an SD kit. I would like to see this as a full kit, preferably a master grade, fully proportioned. So this is some kind of Cleopatra version of Quibble, and there is no other info besides that right there. It would cost you about 660 yen in October. By the way, Cleopatra out in October, Gremory out in October, Virtue is out in November. So next up we've got a 30-minute missions announcement, which always makes me happy. This seems to be called the Esposito. I'm guessing this is Italian again. Forgive me for butchering that. There is only a design here so far, but this looks cool. Look at those long, slender legs with those tiny little bits at the end. Kind of a bit like Zone of the Enders, a little bit. This looks awesome, and I cannot wait to see the variants and the different armor packs. I love 30-minute missions. If you have not tried them, try them out. I super recommend the Spinatio, and I guess this CL Nova? The Rabiot's cool too. Actually, they're all cool. Next up down here, and I don't know a whole lot about these, is the new 30-minute sister. So as far as I know, none of these have come out yet, and they're not out for a little while. This is Ruruche Color C, or Lulus Color C. I'm not quite sure. It kind of looks like the rest of them to me, except it has some kind of drum round back and bear ears. But besides that, looks pretty much the same, in my completely unprofessional opinion. Last up then in here, we've got these, which are the Rymex. I'm guessing that's meant to be like limestone maybe, but these are, well, a Tyrannosaurus that will cost you 1,500 yen. It doesn't seem to have a release date there, and there is a Triceratops too. Honestly, I'm always down for giving Bandai kits a go, so if you're looking to see what these will be like, I will try them out here on the channel, but I'm not going to talk about them too much now. Let's talk about what is coming out this month from Bandai. So when it comes to the releases, I always get them right here off Bandai's own site, which is the Bandai Hobby site. So bandaihobby.net, schedule 2021 May. So I will throw the link to this down in the description once again in case you want to check it out yourself. So this Friday, as in tomorrow, we'll be getting 2 more Lady Commanders, that is Lady Commander Bianca and Lady Commander Alice, as well as the Blast Girl Gun version Alpha Tango. Wait a minute, that was yesterday. Just check the calendar. So yeah, they came out yesterday. So Saturday next week then, we will be getting another one of the Spinatios. This one is the Ninja version. We'll also be getting some customized weapons for using with the 30-minute missions kits. These ones specifically will be for using with the samurai-based Spinatios, but you can use them with everything else. On top of that, one kit I am super excited for is the high-grade After Colony Gundam Death Scythe. That'll cost 1,650 yen, and once again, that's out next Saturday, so the 22nd. Spinatio, 1,400 yen. The rest of the month is a little bit on the light side. On the 29th, that is the Saturday at the end of the month, we'll be getting another color of the Rabiot at 1,500 yen. That is in green. We'll be getting another color of the CL Nova, which is black. That is 1,500 yen as well. 2 new Sdw Heroes, at least I think they're new. One looks like a... does that say Edward II? And Benjamin V2 Gundam. Is that what that says? And as well as that, we'll be getting another variant of the entry grade Gundam. And I think this one is in a box, not in a bag. It could be in a bag, but it's 700 yen. As for the P Bandai releases, we've got the Master Grade 1100 Crossbone Gundam X1 Patchwork Verka, that is 4,950 yen, based on the old Master Grade Crossbone, which I do not recommend. An absolutely killer looking option set for using with the Gundam Wing EW kits. So if you're curious what comes in this box, it's a bunch of parts for the Death Side, the Tallgeese 2, and the Altron Gundam. For Altron, it's a real anime-style tail that is similar to something we would have seen in the TV anime. I'm not sure if it was in Endless Waltz, as well as a pair of wings. That is pretty cool. There's the wings, and there is that scorpion dragon tail. Pretty cool. As for the Death Side, what we get in here is a double-ended scythe, which is pretty crazy, and these claw-like side-skirting armors. So these are similar to the claw we would have seen on the standard Death Side EW. Never have been on the Hell, now they are as side skirtings. Lastly then, we've got a big old sword for using with the Tallgeese 2. How fitting, a close quarters weapon, and it looks pretty cool too. This costs about 3,500 yen and is out sometime this month. Other releases we'll be seeing this month is the other hand of the Dictis. So if you've got your left hand Dictis, this is your right hand Dictis, or vice versa, 3,900 yen. A high grade Crossbone Gundam X0 full cloth, that is 2,700 yen. The extra parts for using with the high grade Gundam Geminis, that is to make it the land use version, 2,200 yen. A color variant of the real grade Ava Unit 1 at 5,500 yen. And finally, a color variant of the Figurize Labo Asuka. But yeah, that is pretty much it. So we've only got 2 major announcements from this show, which of course was the Virtue with the Nadleeh Inside coming out in November, and the Gremory coming out in October. Let me know, what do you think down there in the comments? Are you hyped? Are you a little let down? And do you think they're going to be releasing some more info tomorrow? Because I'm already excited. If this is what they've said already, I'm hoping we get a nice, juicy announcement tomorrow. I'm looking at Perfect Grade or Verka. That is what I want to see. That or an Exia 2.0. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to come back for more news and reviews, and I'll see you next time.